This is Mark Scheller, advocate for consumers and homeowners everywhere. Every morning, I drive by this sign and I think of the factory workers who came before us. So today, I offer a grateful tribute to the factory. For hundreds of years in my community, and likely in yours too, a factory is where things were made. Our jobs, our food, our homes, our finances, and for many, our friendships were all connected to the factory. But now our factories have all but disappeared, which changed everything. Working conditions today in millions of our offices are a dream come true compared to the skilled labor of the last 10 generations that came before us. We are going to dig deeper into these working conditions and discuss many of our daily stressful triggers, and we are going to do all of that and more next. NEXT next. For years and years, workers with strong backs and positive attitudes would walk, they would ride horses, they would take trains, they would take ferries, whatever it took to get to their factory. Workers would go to these factories at 6 a.m. and they would trade an entire full day of physical and exhausting labor for barely enough money to feed and shelter themselves. Here is an example of some coinage, some greenbacks, it's loot, it's cold hard cash. This is $1. People would trade an entire day's worth of work, and before that, an entire week's worth of physical work for $1. So why did generations of people spend their lives at factories for $1 a day? It's because the performance of their factory, in many cases, was their identity. A factory sign like this one meant pride in their own community, that we were all in this together. Now let's compare all of that to our modern world and how grateful we should be for our current working conditions. On my way to work, maybe there's a line in the drive-thru. Ooh, how terrible. Maybe my $5 cup of coffee is too hot. Maybe we sit in a long line of traffic out on the highway while we listen to our favorite music. Ooh, so stressful. And maybe we get to work and someone there is grumpy. Well, that's every job. Or maybe we get to work and the printer is jammed, my day is ruined, and my day is off to just a terrible start. 100 years ago, employees had a whole list of reasons to be uncomfortable. But for most of us, those reasons have gone away, so we can make up some new ones. And if we got hurt at our factory job, we were probably out of work and maybe not had enough money for food and shelter. But today, I choose to be grateful for my working conditions because millions of people before us paid the price of hard physical and uncomfortable labor. And we should be damn fortunate that they did. Okay, friends and visitors, that is it for this week's video, which has been a shout out to the factory. The factory! I hope this video was thought-provoking. Let me know that you are watching and that you care. Subscribe for me below and click that notification bell. Personally, I'm going to have a terrible day because I have to go add paper to the new copier. This is Mark Scheller, clocking out.